The next type of radical equation we want to take a look at are the ones where we have a radical equals a binomial. So if we take a look at this example, I have the radical by itself. That's always my first goal, so that I can undo it by squaring it. But if I square the left-hand side, I also need to square the right-hand side. So then I have 4x minus 24 equals, and this is why we practiced squaring binomials. If I can do it without showing the work, that's going to make it easier. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x, but I need 2 of those, so negative 12x. And negative 6 times negative 6 is plus 36. Then it's just like the ones we were working on yesterday, where all we need to do is get everything equal to 0 and solve by factoring. So I have x squared minus 16x plus 60. What multiplies to 60 but adds up to negative 16? That would be negative 10 and negative 6. So this factors into x minus 10 times x minus 6. And I end up with x equals 10 and x equals 6 as my two answers. Do both of those answers actually work, right? Remember, we really need to make sure we check them, right? So if I check the first one, 10. So I'm going to put a 10 everywhere there was an x. 4 times 10 minus 24. Is that the same as 10 minus 6? Right? 10 minus 6 is 4, so the right-hand side is 4. Is the left-hand side also 4? Right, well, 40 minus 24 is 16, so that's really the square root of 16, which is 4. So the first one actually does work. What about the second one? Does that one work also? Right. The square root of 4 times 6 minus 24 equals 6 minus 6. Right. 4 times 6 is 24 minus 24. That's the square root of 0, which is just 0. And 6 minus 6 is 0. So that one works also. Right. Both of those are actual answers. How about an example that both answers don't work? So if we take a look at this one, well, even more with this one, before I can square both sides, I have to get the radical by itself. I could subtract n and then divide by negative 1, right? Or I could kind of do that in one step and say, well, what if I moved the square root part over to this side by adding it, and I moved the 2 over to this side by subtracting it. Right? Then I would be left with n minus 2 equals positive square root of 3 minus 6n. Right? And then I would have that square root by itself, which was my first goal. Right? Again, we could have subtracted the n and divided by negative 1 also. Now, to undo my square root, I need to square both sides. N minus 2 squared becomes n squared. N times negative 2 is negative 2n, but there's 2 of those, so really negative 4n. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Square root and squared cancel out on the right side, and that's just 3 minus 6n. So now, if I get those on the same side by adding 6n and subtracting 3, I have n squared plus 2n plus 1 equals 0. What multiplies to 1 that adds up to 2? Well, the only option there is 1 and 1. So this must factor into n plus 1 times n plus 1. Since the factor is the same, I only need to write the answer once, and that's n equals negative 1. So this one only has one answer instead of having two answers, even though it was quadratic. Wait a minute, yesterday none of the negative numbers worked, right? So we definitely want to check if this works or not for real. So if I look at that, negative 1 in my original equation, where my n's are, I fill in -1. -1 minus the square root of 3 minus 6 times -1 is supposed to actually equal 2. Let's see if it does. Well, 6 times -1 is positive 6, and 3 plus 6 is 9, so that's the square root of 9. Okay, so I get -1 minus 3, and that's actually, well, that's actually -4. Right? What does that mean? That means that, well, -4 doesn't equal 2, so there would be actually no solution. Right? So again, checking our work, super important. Right? It's not that we're checking to see if we did it right, it's that we're checking to make sure that it's not an extraneous solution. So the check part is not optional. Does this mean that anytime I get a negative number, it's not a solution? Nope. This time we could end up with things that have negative numbers but are still a solution. So I really just do need to check my work every time. Okay. So see if you could try a couple similar problems on your own.